You ever look at someone who has your dream job and think, how did they pull that off? Like, were they just lucky? Did they know the right people? Were they born with some secret formula for success that no one ever shared with you? Because let's be real, job hunting can feel like a never-ending maze. You send out hundreds of resumes, tweak your cover letter a million times, and then radio silence. No callbacks, no interviews, just an inbox full of rejection emails, if they even bother to send one at all. And after a while, it's easy to start thinking, maybe I'm just not good enough. Maybe I'll never land my dream job. But here's the thing, getting your dream job is actually way simpler than you think. You don't need a perfect resume. You don't need a fancy degree. You don't even need years of experience. What you do need, to stop making one crucial mistake that almost everyone makes, and that mistake, treating job hunting like a numbers game. We've been told that the best way to get a job is to cast a wide net, apply to as many places as possible, submit a generic resume to every job posting you find. But let me ask you something, when's the last time that actually worked? Because if you're like most people, all that strategy does is leave you exhausted, frustrated, and wondering why no one is getting back to you. And here's why. It's because no one is hearing just another applicant. Think about it. Imagine you're a hearing manager. You post a job opening and get 500 applications. Almost all of them look the same template, same generic buzzwords, same "I'm a hardworking team player" nonsense. Are you going to waste time sorting through all of those? No, you're going to look for the ones that stand out, the ones that feel real, the ones that make you think this person actually gets what we're about. And that's where most people go wrong. They focus on applying instead of standing out. They focus on fitting in instead of proving why they're the right fit. And the crazy part, the people who actually land their dream jobs, they aren't necessarily the most qualified. They're just the ones who knew how to make the right people pay attention. So how do you do that? Simple. You stop being just another applicant and start being a person they actually want to hire. I'll tell you a story. A friend of mine, let's call him Jake, wanted to work for this super competitive tech company. The kind where thousands of people apply and they only hire a handful. He didn't have the perfect background. He wasn't from a top school. He didn't have a crazy impressive resume. But instead of just sending in an application and hopping for the best, he did something different. He researched the company like crazy, not just what they did, but how they thought, their values, their culture. He found the hearing manager on LinkedIn and sent them a short, thoughtful message about why he admired their work. He wrote a cover letter that wasn't just "I'm a great fit because blah, blah, blah." It was specific, personal. It showed that he actually understood what the company was about. And then he took it one step further. He built something, a small project related to the job he wanted, a kind of preview of what he could do if they hired him. And guess what? He got an interview and then he got the job. Not because he had the best resume, not because he had the most experience, but because he made them notice him. That's the secret. Stop applying like you're just another candidate. Start approaching it like you're already part of the team. Most people don't do this. Most people send the same resume to 50 companies and hope one sticks. But if you actually take the time to learn about a company, personalize your application, and show them what you bring to the table, you immediately jump to the top of the pile. And look, I know what you're thinking. That sounds great, but what if I don't have time to do that for every job? Exactly, you shouldn't do this for every job. That's the point. Instead of applying to 100 jobs with a generic approach, apply to 10 jobs with a focused, intentional, standout application. Because here's what happens when you do that. You stop being one of hundreds of forgettable applicants. You become memorable. You become someone they want to talk to. And that's what gets you hired. Now, if you really want to take this to the next level, here's something else most people never think to do. Reach out before you even apply. If you find a company you love, don't just submit an application and cross your fingers. Find someone who works there, a hearing manager, a team lead, even someone in the role you want. Send them a message, not asking for a job, but just expressing genuine interest. Ask them about their experience. Compliment a project they worked on. Build a connection before you ever hit apply. Because here's the truth. Companies don't hire resumes, they hire people. And people hire people they know, like, and trust. So if you make a real connection, suddenly you're not just another name in the pile. You're a recommendation, a referral, someone they're already interested in before they even look at your resume. And I promise you, this approach works way better than spamming job applications and hopping for the best. So here's what I want you to do. Right now, yes, right now, pick one company you'd love to work for, just one. And instead of mindlessly applying, take the time to actually understand what they do. Reach out to someone who works there. Craft an application that actually makes them want to talk to you. Because getting your dream job isn't about being lucky. It's about being intentional. And if you stop making the mistake of applying the same way everyone else does, if you start treating this like a real opportunity instead of just another application, you're going to see a huge difference. You got this.